Alright guys, what's up? This is Avilo here. I'm bringing you a video. I said I would record a video for you guys. I'm gonna actually go over a replay, and we're just gonna talk about StarCraft 2 while I watch this, guys. But before I get into the replay, I want you to check the date on this. 7/16. Haven't played StarCraft games for a bit here. So, let's get into the game. I'm playing against this person. This is actually another streamer. You guys probably, people will, if you know, you know. If you know who the streamer is, look it up. But they're off racing. I'm playing Terran in the top left. And guys, like I said, I'm gonna pump out some more of these videos here and there. Mostly rules and mech series, but I figured I would upload a TvZ game because I thought this game was interesting that I had played before. And again, guys, this game was played on the 16th. Also, we're gonna talk about what is the current state of SC2, guys? What is the balance? That like the recent EWC tournament happened, and it seemed decently balanced at that level. But the problem is, in general, guys, we all know Protoss is a menace right now. Protoss is ridiculous, has been. We know that. Probably gonna continue to be. So the bigger question, guys, is for this video, and like maybe just a running topic is, where and when will StarCraft 2 receive another patch? When is that going to happen, guys? What does that look like? Because obviously Blizzard's not patching. The last patches came from the quote-unquote Balance Council. ESL has disbanded, so they're not the ones in charge of doing it anymore, apparently. So I think this should be probably #1 topic for StarCraft players, is when the game's going to get a patch. Because I've been playing Magic, I've been playing League, I've been playing Final Fantasy, I've been playing a lot of different games. They all get patches, guys. And it's always exciting when a game is going to be patched. Everybody looks forward to it. It's like Christmas come early, basically. It's like, ooh, patch next week. Gonna log on, see what's changed, and all that. But I feel like everybody's known for the longest time StarCraft 2 has not had that. And whatever you think of the balance of the game does need patches and change because that's just modern development nowadays. Every game has to have that. So I think that's, honestly, even if people like myself and like, I think a lot of other people think that Protoss is a little bit disgusting, overboard at the moment. I know it's been a meme before, but now it's like, that's the reality. Like, if you, and people can look this up, just look up tournament results for like the last, like 8 months. Like, there's a heavy amount of Protoss on ladder and in tournaments, which is a problem. But like, where are the balance patches, fellas? I mean, you guys know I've been saying this for years. Other people are saying it, but it's just yeah, I think that's the #1 thing that like StarCraft 2 needs. It doesn't even need to be a good, like, it could be a patch, I think, that messes up the game even more, but at least there'll be a patch. I think there has to be, like, the community, what's left of it, should be discussing or trying to, like, lobby, to get a patch for the game. Because, as you'll see, this game was actually a very interesting game that I played TvZ. I'm playing a Terran player that's off racing, Grandmaster player. Suspected viewbotter. There's some controversy there. People think this guy... Actually, not just to bring that up in this video, that's another topic entirely. People think a lot of people are viewbotting on Twitch now in general, like, and even sometimes on YouTube. But I think Twitch just released a statement a little bit ago that now they're looking at viewbot numbers of like the biggest streamers on the website. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on the viewbot thing. Me personally, I mean, I don't think it really, like, at the end of the day, people are gonna do it or not do it, but it doesn't really matter for StarCraft 2. But I think there's maybe 2 or 3 StarCraft 2 streamers that have been doing it, and one of them has been called out on Reddit in like the past couple months. Another, there's a very obvious one that has been viewbotting on both Twitch and YouTube for a while, I think, and you can tell because, guys, for example, if I turn on my stream right now, guys, and there's 15, 20, maybe 30 people watching, chat is pretty active with only like 5 or like my chat is actually like ridiculously active. People are typing in it, even if there's only like a couple people there. Whereas like some of these people and start like there's a couple, and again, if you know, you know, guys. There, I'll just say one is a Terran streamer that has tried to like copy 2016 Avilo, and then another is this guy. But there's been people that have been speculating that like they've maybe been viewbotting, and really it's in the chats. Like if you look at people's chats and there's nobody talking in the chat, but there's 500 viewers, then it's a little bit suspect. So I don't know what people think about that. Supposedly Twitch is trying to crack down on that, but considering there's so few people streaming StarCraft 2, it's a little bit of a catch-22 because nobody's gonna care. Like nobody really cares. It's like, okay, that guy, like, okay, but he's like the only he's like 1 out of like 10 people streaming the game. Like, so now this game, by the way, 1, 2, 3, 4 Starport BC with mass Widow mines out of 2 factories. I don't even have a tech lab on these, so I went for a little bit of a Skyterran game. I don't always go for this, but my logic when I played, I knew this guy was off racing, so I wanted to do something slightly off meta to just get I knew that I would get an advantage because I'm playing somebody that's not main, he's not main racing Zerg, so I felt comfortable that I could do this, and I'm not even gonna snipe his hive here. Gonna lose maybe some of the BCs. Some are gonna teleport out in a moment. We get that. Teleport 2 out. We're gonna lose probably 3. But that's still worth it just to shut down the hut. That's like an insane time investment. Yes, now invest in another. Well, the main base gone. Slows everything down. And guys, I will be uploading. I'm gonna try and do at least 15 to 20 minute like YouTube uploads where I'm just uploading about the game or strategy or continuing like that Rules of Mech series that I've done. So look out for that in the next one. The thing is, I haven't really been playing the game much anymore. Like, haven't been playing a lot. I've been playing FF14 a lot, been playing League a lot, and also Magic the Gathering. You guys saw that I was streaming that a little bit, and that was kind of fun and entertaining. But yeah, we haven't been doing StarCraft too much. Oh, I was doing... I actually... What I think I was doing, I was streaming EU ladder. I might do that. I might do some EU games here and there. Stream some on the European server. I was ranking up an account to that's like the most recent quote unquote little challenge thing I was doing. And I think that you guys probably like that. They're like, okay, at least I'm putting out like a StarCraft 2 video. I may make videos for some other games as well. If anybody is playing League or FF14, Magic as well, you can challenge me there if you want. Just add me, challenge me, or even on chess if you want to. But yeah, the thing I will say, guys, and another thing with StarCraft 2, as you can see here, I lose the Banshee. But another thing with this game is there's not much room. Like, I feel like the game has been figured out. That's another thing that I think has really been killing StarCraft 2 lately, is that, like, I'm doing something very off-meta here. Something very, very off-meta. But in general, it's really difficult to play off-meta. I think that's why you guys liked watching me for a long time, is because obviously I play mech and I can make stuff that is not exactly the current like trend work. But that's the thing with current SE2, especially for I would say pro play. Pro play SE2 is kind of stagnant and boring at the moment. You know, I see here I have a lot of mines that are helping out against the clump of corruptors. Like, again, let's see. This was an abnormal game, guys. I have 18 Widow mines. I'm literally cranking out mines out of 2 factories. I do have the upgrade. Like, they are burrowed in the ground. I do have the Widow mine upgrade. They must have it, right? Yeah, they do have it. I do have the Widow mine drilling claws, and now I'm just cranking them out of 2 reactor factories. Like, this is 5 tech lab, 2 reactor factories, and yeah, and I've been playing this whole game against the Grandmaster's player with like abnormal unit comp. I don't recommend, like, you can say I'm building Liberators now out of all of my starports because I realized, okay, we can't make BCs really anymore. We need other. He has too many corruptors. BCs will actually, like, I'll lose the game if I just build only BCs. And that, guys, that is why Mech and Skyterran and these other strategies are so fun to play, is because it gives the opponent another problem. Like, you're presenting them with a different equation that they have to solve and figure out that they normally don't have to. Like, normally, the Zerg player gets Marine Tank, you know, he gets the usual 2+2 is 4. Now, he just got, like, he got a completely different equation to solve that he's never seen in his life before. He's getting, like, he has to do calculus now. Like, he's trying to integrate into the curve. He doesn't know what he's doing. Because all he's been doing his whole career is solving 2+2 is 4. So, he doesn't know what he's doing at this point. And with that said, one reason why these off-meta strats are so difficult to pull off, you'll see, is because it turns out 2+2 equals 4 is pretty... It works pretty effectively even against calculus. So if you understand my meaning, guys, is that, like, the bread and butter strategies of the game obviously are, they're that for a reason because they're very strong. They work against everything. So making 20 corruptors works against, like, I could be doing any strat. He can kind of still get effectiveness out of his units, whereas with these slightly off meta strats, if you mess up a little bit, you don't have the production to combat. Like, there's obviously very little product. Like, you have to have a standing army. So obviously I'm rebuilding. I'm at 130 supply versus 190. We're just getting back up to the supply limit. But yeah, that's also why like, you notice I'm adding on more factories here. Because I realized I'm like, okay, like, the off meta opener got me ahead, but I need to transition back into, like, bread and butter units. And that's another thing with StarCraft play, guys, that people don't really understand much about mech. Is that you can do these, like, weird off meta. You can open, like, 2-port, you know, you can open off meta builds. The thing is, though, what's really effective is you do those off meta curveball builds, and then you transition back into, like, the, you know, the bread and butter, because then your opponent he's you get an advantage, and then you just cycle that advantage back into 200 supply of a unit comp that we all know works, like, you know, Tank Thor with Tank Viking, or, like, Mass Thor Liberator. Like, you go back into, like, stuff that we know works, or even into Ghost if you want to. But yeah, guys, as you can see, and again, I'm kind of rambling while I go over this replay. But I hope this is making sense and people can pick up some stuff from it, because I feel like there's, as usual, whenever I don't play the game, you guys probably, like, go through withdrawal. You don't get your dose of mech play. Like, you can see I'm harassing with Banshees as well, so this is, like, Banshee plus mech. Now we're out of BCs, and I'm using Banshees to harass different spots on the map. Now I have this set up really well. So we're just gonna pick off Ravagers with 2 volleys on the Banshees, killing creep tumors. And yeah, I'm pretty much stabilized with the maxed army, so, like, just super comfortable. Let me bring it. I'll keep the units tab up because you can see now that this guy is going for Broodlords. And again, these guys, this quadruple Banshee harass, I feel like this is one of my, like, signature things that I do. I feel like it's something that is not done enough. Terran players should be doing more quadruple Banshee harass. Like, if you have 8 Banshees, even if you only have 6, maybe 3 and 3 on both halves of the map, that can be really annoying for your opponent. Really tough for him to, if you can afford to multitask yourself. And you can see he's going for, like, the insane late game death army. Just Corruptor Broodlord with a couple Vipers for Parasitic Bomb. And I'm actually now splitting. Now I know his army's immobile, guys. And so I'm splitting up my army. I don't care about losing these. Now this game is about tempo now. His army can only be in one spot on the map, and I know that, so that's why now we're sending units down here. We're just going to keep moving them left and right while I build up the counter to the Broodlords, which for those of you that don't know this, one of the late game counters to this is you get these to clump, maneuver your opponent to clump their broods, secret the clump, and then send in like 5 to 10 liberators to like kill all the broodlords. You just basically you don't care if they die, just sack them on the clump of broodlords. Because that's a lot of broodlords. He has 18 in one spot, and if you can get them to clump, you can like kind of like get him to move left and right. His broods will eventually clump up, and then you're good to go. And as you can see again, this is the weird late game where he can only be in one spot, so I'm moving my mech army to different spots, which normally with mech you would not be able to do. I even say an out here. Classic DM fellas. And we're just hitting 2 spots. And then, ideally, I run these away. I forget if I ran these away, but I should unsiege and run away. And so he can't move over. Like, he can't be in both spots, guys. Eventually, like, and now, he's like, okay, now he's lost his patience. So he got out multi-pronged, so now I think he's over here. He has 22 broodlords over here. He's making more. And so now we hit here, take out this mining base. And as you can see, like, guys, don't be afraid to do this. Don't spam 8 billion turrets late game. But this guy, yeah, he's getting, you know, we're outmaneuvering this guy, and now this is where, if he moves, we want to catch him while he's clumped if possible. So you can see, like, if I can throw a Seeker missile on all of these, Seeker, and then flying with Liberators, just flying on the clump. If they're that clumped, like 5 to 10 Liberators will basically 2-shot this, so let's find out what happened here. So he's clumped. And then, boom, we go in. Look at that. Half the Broodlords get 2-shot. The rest are gone. We don't care if we lose these Liberators, it doesn't matter. All we gotta do, and they're gone. In an instant, like, boom. In an instant. And then this is just chipped away at, and that's GG. Like, so let's take a look at that, guys, because anybody that does play mech that has issues, this is how you beat a late game Zerg army. Although, to be fair, we didn't really beat the army. Like, we chipped away, and then we forced him into a position where he's like, okay, like, I can't chase you anymore with my slow Broodlord army. And then, let's see, where's he even looking right now? He didn't even see my units come from the flank. So, like, I forgot I had actually, like, I didn't even see it while we were watching the replay, guys, but we came from the flank. So I'll put it on his vision. So, like, my units were off screen to him. And now it's too late. Like, he can't split in an instant, and then we just fly in. We get the, I'm gonna show you guys 1 volley from the Liberators on these secret Broodlords. That's 1 volley from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 or so Liberators. 1 volley took half of the 25 Broodlords to half health.
Is under attack.
Second volley, and they're that low. Third volley, they're dead. He went from 25 to 10.
Under attack.
Fourth volley. So in 5 volleys, 6 volleys, Broodlords are gone, guys. So for anybody, you can also you can do it to the Corruptors as well, but obviously if you kill the Broodlords, then your ground can clean up everything else. And then he's stuck with, you know, 21 Corruptors that do nothing. So there you go, guys. So that's how you beat that's how you play late game TvZ, at least on the current version of StarCraft 2. That is how it is done. I thought it was very cool. This game that even while watching the replay, we don't see my units come until they're from the flank. That right there is beautiful. That is a screenshot for the thumbnail if we have ever seen one, guys. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Nice little replay cast here. I'll upload some more videos, but yeah. Let me know what you guys want next video. Let me know what you think about the current, what do you guys think about the patches? But what do you guys think about that, like, viewbot situation in SE2? Is that even a situation? Or does it even matter nowadays? But yeah, we'll upload some more mech games, for sure. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. And obviously, guys, keep a lookout on my YouTube for uploads. So yeah, peace out, dude. See you later.